Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I release a legacy video every Friday. Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another legacy video. Playing Turbo Doomsday today, trying out Vexing Bauble for the first time in earnest. I think I've had it in a Doomsday list like once before. I've gone with 1 in the main and 3 in the sideboard because I think there is enough dyssynergy between Vexing Bauble and Daze, Force of Will, Lotus Petal, Lines at Diamond. And there are enough matchups where Vexing Bauble doesn't do enough or anything that I don't want them cluttering up the main deck. But I think versus tempo decks, it is really good, and I'm happy to have them there in the sideboard to bring in. Trying out a copy of Spoils of the Vault. Not really played with this card in normal Doomsday before. Went up to 4 Personal Tutor. Got 4 Cyclers, 2 Oracles, and a Partridge and a Pear Tree. So I'm excited to see how this goes. A little bit unsure about the Grafdigger's Cages. Not sure if we need them, if we should be respecting graveyard decks, but I have them for Dimir Reanimator, I guess. Versus Control, I'll bring in Sheldog Isle, Boseiju, Tropical Island, and Emrakul to be able to kill, dress down, and beat, at least, possibly beat Consign to Memory. But we also got Juresses to make it 5 discard spells in total, which I'm kind of happy with. All right, let's jump into the league. On the play for round number 1, let's go. I'll keep this hand. We're up against a Yorion deck. It's not amazing, but it's also kind of interesting. All right, I'm gonna fetch Underground Sea here because we have a Petal, so we would need 1 more fetch land / sea to be able to cast Doomsday. Oof. All the rituals and mana. Let's shuffle these. Pick up a Daze. I think I'll play out my Petal, and I'll pass. I'm saving the Street Wraith right now because I have other cantrips, and having a 0 mana draw into the pile thing is decent. Okay, we get Wastelanded. Okay. Oh, I should have cycled Street Wraith, huh? Would have gotten the Edge of Autumn. So if we don't hit a land off of this cycler, it's kind of bad actually, because then we have to start burning the Petal to cast Consider. Find Doomsday. All right, I am gonna cast Consider here. Street Wraith, we don't need to pay 2 life to draw that card, and we find a land, so that's good. And would a Wasteland deck run Vexing Bauble? Probably not, so let's pass. We see what the opponent's up to. We can Daze, and if not, we can Surveil with Undersea Source. Okay, so it probably is the Death and Taxes. Do I Daze this Aether Vial? I don't think so. If I hit a Dark Ritual here off the Surveil, I get to just go ahead and win. If they have more Wastelands and we don't find what we want here, let's put Personal Tutor into the graveyard. Dark Ritual. Okay, Flooded Strand. I'll take it. Hang on. It's a turn of auto yields. Oh, I should have cast the Thassa's Oracle, I think, just to get yeah, that was a major punt. I should have cast the Thassa's Oracle there. Now I'm gonna play out the Oracle here, but now it's way less good because their Vial is gonna be on 2 in just a moment. Can we find a land? We can. But now they can do the White Orchid thing, whatever it's called. I'll force Bowmasters here. Oh, I think I need to force this as well, right? This blinks. What will it blink? At the beginning, yeah. I think whatever is gonna come out of the Vial next turn, I'm happier to just kill this. All right, if we get to untap with our lands and without them having Spirit of the Labyrinth in play, then we get to win. Recruiter, okay. What does this get? Probably Spirit? Orcish Bowmasters, okay, so that's fine, right? We'll be at 7 after Doomsday, and 7 is not 4 or 5. I guess we'll be at 6, because I'm going to be fetching here, yeah. But we have the Devotion here, so Let's play out the Doomsday beforehand, just in case there is some way they are able to interact with Lion's Eye Diamond. I don't want to lose it. Okay. So if they have a Spirit of the Labyrinth, then it's really bad, but I'm not expecting them to. So we can cast Consider. So like we cycle Edge, draw Consider. Consider away something, and then we draw another Edge, and we edge into Street Wraith. Sorry, I mean Thassa. So that loses if their hand is Orcish Bowmaster's double Solitude and double white card. Can we just put a Street Wraith in here and beat the Bowmasters? Let's see, we're at 6. So cycling a Street Wraith is going to cost us 3 life. We'll be at 3. Then we draw a card with the Consider. We're at 2, and with the Edge of Autumn we're at 1. But then the Bowmaster pings us for 1 as well, so that's no good. That is no bueno. Is there a way to get the deck empty? Spoils of the Vault is not going to work because we would have to crack LED for black. And then we don't have the blue. I'm pretty sure they don't have what I just said they would need to have, so pretty sure it's fine. So what do I dump into the graveyard? Like maybe a Street Wraith. And then I don't know, like Force of Will, make them. That wouldn't make sense. All right, so let's see here. We cycle Edge, crack, LED. We have 3 blue floating. We draw Consider. We consider away Street Wraith, and then we draw Edge of Autumn. We Edge of Autumn into Thassa, and then the last card in the deck is just Force of Will. Force of Will on the bottom, then Thassa, then Edge, then Street Wraith, then Consider. Them getting Bowmasters and not Spirit of the Labyrinth can mean a couple of things. It can mean they have a Spirit of the Labyrinth in hand. In which case, we're just dead here. Or it can mean they just don't play Spirit of the Labyrinth, or it can mean that they sort of evaluated Bowmasters higher. Okay, I'm just gonna always yield here. I'm gonna cast Consider, bin the Wraith, draw the Edge. I'm at 3. Cycle land. I'm at 2. So yeah, there we go. And we got there. Okay, so versus Death and Taxes. We don't need the Vexing Baubles. They don't do anything, so I can board that one out. I guess I'll board in Brazen Borrower. There's also an argument about Force of Negation in case they are like on Deafening Silences. But I think probably not. Yeah, just gonna make that one swap and submit. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's not amazing, but we can Force of Will something if we need to. And I probably will Force of Will Aether Vial, and I will definitely Force of Will Deafening Silence, I think. Thoughtseize. Okay, I'm not going to Force of Will that. This probably takes Ponder, leaving me with not a lot. Dark Ritual. Okay. So finding Doomsday means it's go time. Oh yeah, I heard about this. When it enters, mill 4 cards, you may return a non-avatar creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. I think I let this happen and hope they whiff, and if they don't, then I can force what comes down. Okay. Non-avatar creature card. Okay, so they took the white orchid thing that kills a land. So my lands are not long for this world. Okay, and I'm gonna fetch Undercity Sewers here. Lotus Petal can take a hike. Brainstorm here would be great, if not Doomsday. Daze. Ugh. Guess I just load a land here and pass. Yeah, it's annoying that they can play around Daze here and then wasteland me. Stoneforge Mystic. So wait, can I see the White Orchid thing? I can't. It's removed. I can't remember. I think that nukes a land and then you get to like go search out a non-basic. I think I forced this Stoneforge because I don't really have anything going on. And if they get Cauldra, even if I find Doomsday right now, I have to Doomsday pass. They're not using the Wasteland. Now they're using the Wasteland. Okay. Good deal. Okay, that's kind of awkward, but it is what it is. And then when the time counters are off, it's just a 5/5, is that right? Yeah. So in a couple of turns from now, they're gonna have a 5/5. Oh, such a shame. Right into the days they didn't know about. Drop the land and pass a turn and hope nothing too insane happens between now and my next turn. White Orchid thingy. Is this a forced search? May. Okay. No. Not gonna search. Okay, so building this pile is gonna be a little bit tricky. I'm gonna be at 8, and then they are going to knock me down to 6, and I don't know. Like I can't spoils of the vault here either. That would be a way to beat the Bowmasters. Like they missed a land drop last turn, so the 3 cards in their hand are spells. Could very well be Orcish Bowmasters. So I could just said I'm at 8, I'm at 6 from the White Orchid thing. If I drop Brainstorm and they flash in Bowmasters, I'll be drawing 3 with a Brainstorm, 1 with Consider, 1 with a Cycler. So that, I think, kills me exactly. I could also just, let's see here. Let's say I consider, draw consider away, Thassa's Oracle. That may be a bad thing if they have surgical extraction, actually. Maybe I shouldn't do that. So consider away a blank. Let's make it a brainstorm right now. Actually, let's make it deep analysis. I'm not going to use it, but you know, if they have Bowmasters. And then I draw Edge of Autumn cycles. No, that's also no bueno because I only have the 2 lands. I think I have to. So let's say they have the Bowmasters, but then I use deep analysis. I take 1 from the Bowmasters on entry, I'll be at 5. Then I take 3 life from the deep analysis, I'm at 2. And then I draw 2, then I'm dead. So that's not good. Damn, this Bowmaster pickle. They might not have Bowmasters, but they have something, right? Can I trust that I'll have my 2 lands here? What if I make a pile with Brainstorm and LED, but that eschews the Consider? That still means I have to draw 5 cards, right? I have to, and then I'm dead exactly to Bowmasters plus the attack. Yeah, even if I fetch, that's the same as drawing a card under Bowmasters. All right, so I can't from the top of my head work out a way that I beat Bowmasters and a removal spell or something that kills my lands. So what's more likely? That they can nuke a land, that they can Bowmasters me. Like they've used a Wasteland, they've used 2 of these White Orchid things. I think my lands are the least likely thing that's gonna get like disrupted. So if I just put 4 cyclers Or like 2 cyclers, then Thassa, and then hope they don't have removal. What's more likely, removal or Bowmasters? Oh, this is so frustrating. All right, I'm actually going to play as though they don't have Bowmasters. I've made up my mind, so I'm going to make the deep analysis pile. So I'm going to consider away deep analysis, draw LED, and then deep analysis is going to draw me Thassa plus what? That's it. Thassa. So consider away deep analysis, draw LED, cast, drawing the last 2 cards. So the last card can be a Daze, I guess. But yeah. Sorry, this. Apologies to my opponent. This has taken way too long. I guess I'll put Daze at the bottom and then Thassa. Then LED, deep anal, and consider. And pass. Okay. They are fetching probably a surveil land. Yeah. And they milled over a Stoneforge Mystic. Kind of hoping like they cast a 2-drop here that's not Bowmasters, and then like Wasteland me or something. They're paying costs. Recruiter of the Guard. Okay. That means they can't cast Bowmasters. So now I have to worry about, I think, I have to worry about Surgical Extraction on my Deep Analysis. Or like Mindbreak Trap. They got the Bowmasters, but that's not until next turn. Where I'm dead anyways to the 5/5 and whatever else they have. Okay. Okay. No Surgical. Deep Analysis, target myself. Okay. That happened. Do you have the Mindbreak Trap? No, they didn't. Wow. A lot of fretting for nothing. Wonder what they had. All right, off to winning start. Great. Let's go for round number 2. On the play once more for round number 2. Yeah. I'm interested. I think I cycle Street Wraith here because I would really love to do something on turn 1. Ideally, it involves a dark ritual here, but like a cantrip would also be great, or a discard spell. Okay, I'll play out my Underground Sea because if I draw another Underground Sea, then I would rather have 2 Underground Seas in play than an island and an Underground Sea. And we have the Edge of Autumn to emergency cycle, or at least make the Wasteland feel a little bit less amazing. If they have Wasteland. And there is a Wasteland, okay. Oh, Personal Tutor, don't need that. Another one. Okay. Suddenly this hand has, turned completely terrible. Guess I could have Personal Tutored for a Ponder. I think I should have done that. Just accepted the card disadvantage. Okay, so this is a blue Wasteland deck, so likely Dimir, Tempo, or Reanimator. Okay, well I drew a Ponder. And a shuffle. Land. Can't complain about that. I think I actually make the play here that I just talked about. I hope they don't have like another Wasteland. Even if they do, I am happy with this rate of exchange. If they entomb here, I'm definitely going to daze that. All right, they liked what they saw on top of their deck. I guessed it was another Wasteland, and they Thoughtseize me. Okay, my hand is somewhat okay against Thoughtseize right now because I have a backup Doomsday. So they took the Doomsday. Oh, are you gonna Wasteland me in my upkeep again? No. Oh, I guess because of my double days. I think I actually grab the Personal Tutor here. Or grab the Doomsday rather, and then ponder into it. Yeah. Let's leave Doomsday on top and draw this flooded strand. Opponent is thought seizing us again. So we're down to 1 daze. I mean, I assume that. I assume they're not going to give us deep analysis for 2 mana next turn. And now they probably waste Hill Spellbomb. Okay. I guess they would have taken the deep analysis then. But leaving me with double daze is maybe a little bit too frisky. So double Thoughtseize from the opponent. I wonder what deck this is. They've not presented a threat yet. Probably just is some kind of mid-rangey or like a tempo deck leaning towards the mid-range. Okay, they cash this in now. And I lose 1 Edge of Autumn and 1 Street Wraith. That's worth remembering. I have a Lines Out Diamond on top, which in theory could let me daze back one of my lands if they don't wasteland me here and have black, black, black. But I'm pretty sure they have a Force of Will. Because they didn't want, they left up a mana to not lose to a wasteland. Okay. I'm going to fetch Undercity Sewers here. Or not to not lose to daze, I mean, before. I'll take another land. If they wasteland me, I mean, they were going to wasteland me anyways. And then I have another land coming, so that's fine. And if they don't, then I get to cast Deep Analysis. Admittedly into a daze, but okay. They do wasteland me. Alright, so they're still working with perfect information here. Something's happening. Oh, it's Bowmasters. Oh, no. That's not good. Okay, so we're at 13, 12 from the fetch land. That's an effective. That's 6. I'm just going to concede. Yeah, Bowmasters got me good. Okay, so we want Vexing Bauble here. And we want Duress. I'm really annoyed that they are playing Orcish Bowmasters. Like, I think Orcish Bowmasters it's certainly a beatable card, but like, I think like this pure Doomsday Turbo type of approach can kind of suffer a bit more than if you have a creature pivot. Alright, so we board out a Thassa. I think we board out some or all of the forces, considering we've just brought in 4 Vexing, or went up to 4 Vexing Bauble. Maybe just make this switch here. We still have then 3 dazes that are kind of sad. Oh, hang on, I'm in my. I thought I was in the actual league here. Hang on. This is the deck list from the deck tag. All right, here we go. 3 Vexing Bauble. Oops. Two Duress, and we board out a Thassa's Oracle. Alright, I think I'm gonna lead on Thoughtseize actually. Only having 1 Thassa here is a little bit not great, like in the list, because if they put this into the graveyard, then I'm gonna be. I guess I will take the consign here. Be kind of upset if they drew a Thoughtseize here. I'm also a little bit worried about like a flip Tameo, in case this game goes a little bit longer. There is Tameo casting a Ponder here. I guess I'll take Brainstorm, and I'll cast my second Ponder. Lots of dazes. I'm going to shuffle these. Fetch land would have been fine, but yeah. So unless they didn't draw another blue card in the top 2 decks, top 2 cards, I'm expecting them to play Psychic Frog here. A Thought or a Bowmasters. I'm gonna Thoughtseize. I don't want to Brainstorm into Bowmasters. Guess I'll take the Force of Will. And I'll cast Brainstorm. Spoils of the Vault. Huh. Thassa. And Undercity Sewers, I think. So their hand is Ponder. Yeah, I'm gonna. Do I dare use this for Doomsday? I know the top two cards aren't Doomsday. I might just die if there isn't a Doomsday in the 12 cards below that. Okay, so the question is, when do I spoils, basically? Give them a chance to draw something. I think I just do it now. So I'm gonna name Doomsday. Let's see if we die. Oh, okay, we're at 11. That was the third card down. So that's pretty sweet. So now they have like this turn to find something that interacts. Which they could very well do, of course. So they shuffled on the Ponder. That's promising. They have 3 cards we don't know about, though. And 3 can become 4 if they tap out for the clue. Which would just be amazing, because that would mean my Daze is alive then. I mean, right there, Spoils of the Vault was just savage, right? Okay, let's cut. Okay, thank God. I almost tapped. Is there a reason to tap the second Cabal Ritual? Okay, well, here's a fetch. And let's see you crack that clue, please. Yes, okay, Daze is live. Alright, Doomsday resolved. Sweet. So I'm gonna Street Wraith. I'll be at 5, so I can't use Deep Analysis, but I'll Street Wraith into Brainstorm. And then I will Brainstorm and draw Consider, LED plus Edge of Autumn. And then, where's my Thassa? Oh shit. How did this happen? I wasn't paying attention, I think, and my Thassa's Oracle is in exile. Of course it's in exile, because of fucking Spoils of the Vault. Okay, I mean, that's on me, not Spoils of the Vault, but holy shit, I didn't think about that. Okay, there's a learning curve when playing cards you're not used to playing. Yeah, GG's. Okay, on the draw for round number 3, and I have an amazing looking hand, but no lands. That's often how that works. So I'm gonna mulligan, and I'll keep, and I'll bottom Thassa's Oracle. Another polluted Delta matchup. Okay, I'm gonna fetch basic island here and cast a Ponder. I don't think this hand can afford to get wastelanded. Okay, this is fine. I'll draw the Scalding Tarn and then I'll draw Edge of Autumn. Undercity Sewers from the opponent. Oh, it's a Doomsday Mirror. Excelente. Could Daze the Brainstorm there, but kind of hoping to point Daze at something else. I think I'm going to just float the land here. I don't want to cast Personal Tutor because I want to Surveil. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Personal Tutor, where that's going yet. Or when that's going yet, rather. Vexing Bauble. Vexing Bauble, A. Okay, I'm actually going to double Daze that. Give up on my hopes to Surveil. This obviously plays into their days. Okay, Vexing Bauble is countered. They cycle Street Wraith. Oh, and they had a land drop. Or maybe they just drew that, who knows. So we could, at the cost of our entire hand and a land, we could put Doomsday on the stack right now. I'm going to do that, actually. If they have Force of Will, or... No, Daze isn't going to do it. They would need to have Force of Will. I'm going to sack the island, sack LED for black, and I'm going to go all in here. Okay, they didn't have force just then. So if I put Consider, I can Consider away Deep Analysis and draw LED, and then I would need Cavern of Souls and Thassa, and that kind of works even if they then have a counter for one of the cards here. So consider, and then LED, yeah. And if they have another Vexing Bauble, then we can still, like, it goes a lot slower. So Thoughts on the bottom, Cavern, LED, consider, and consider on top of deep analysis. Okay. All right. Opponent is fetching here. What's this? Maybe they're just casting a spell. I don't know. So if they have Doomsday plus a Cycler or any cantrip, then they could just win on the spot. So, but my hand, I guess I had to force. Yeah, bummer. Okay. Yeah, you got it. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to sit on that. There's the Cyclers and the. All right. So, for the sideboard, like Force of Negation, yes, but then if they load up on Vexing Bauble, then it's not so nice. I think I'm gonna bring in this though and take out my own Vexing Bauble, I mean. And I'll cut a Thassa's Oracle, although we've seen how that can punish me. I guess I'll shave a Cabal Writ and two personal tutor. Yeah. Oops, that was a ponder. Alright. Choose to be on the play. This seems okay. I'm gonna fetch Underground Sea and cast Duress. Surgical Extraction. Darker. Wow, look at this hand. I guess we take the Doomsday. That was a sick hand from the opponent. Guess no land to enable days, but still the rest is nice. There's a Lotus Petal. And just a pass, so still no land. It also means no, like, they can't daze this Brainstorm. They actually can't daze anything. So let's just cast Doomsday. So we have to fight a Thoughtseize here if they have one. They haven't shown us discard. So maybe just some Cyclers. Actually, how about 4 Cyclers and 4 Cyclers and a land, maybe? So the issue is if they surgical something just to shuffle the deck and the land is in the top, is the top card or the second from the top, then it's a little bit annoying. But then we can Brainstorm and then it's not so annoying. Okay, let's put Cavern of Souls in there. That on the bottom and then mix it up here and pass. Another Petal, so now they're dazed. They have a Dark Ritual, okay. Days no longer live. Thoughtseize. So this buys a Force of Will. So I think we know their hand. Oh wow, and they could have dazed that actually. You know what? I played right into that. They could have dazed, they could have sacked their Petal. They cycle on Earth. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So now it's up to the gods. All right, we get the turn. Of course. Okay. They live another day. If they have another Thoughtseize here, the game is over. Well, Daze is live now, but that doesn't matter. They keep a card on top. So if they're playing like what's it called? Consign to Memory, then we're dead. Because they can cycle in to it with the Edge of Autumn. Oh no, what did I just do? I'm not in it. I just cycled the street route. Oh, I think I'm not on it today. What the hell? Well, we dust ourselves down and we go again. Okay. Can we maybe not play terribly? I'm going to keep this hand on the draw. Has Doomsday, has Rituals. Need a black mana source. And need to not be up against the Chalice of the Void, hopefully. Grim Monolith. Okay, so it's that deck. Okay. So they have the key into the turn 1 4 drop. Yep. So let's hope it's the One Ring and not Karn. Vexing Bauble is annoying. That means I can't win on the same turn. And they have a Flesh Raker. Okay, but no more cards in hand. Black mana source? No. I think no. No, I'll save the Street Wraith for next turn. And now they get to do all the things, and I can't force because of Vexing Bauble. I guess Karn now doesn't, like... Okay, there's the One Ring. So next turn they can draw, like, a lot of cards. And I can't win with one land in play and Vexing Bauble. Okay, where's the Saga? So they can at least draw 5 cards next turn with the ring. No, they can draw, what is that, 9 cards. Yeah, I think I can pretty much just concede. So is there any way with Spoils of the Vault? There isn't, right? This Vexing Bauble just shuts me down completely. So yeah, they untap with ring, they draw 2, they untap it with key, they draw 3, that's 5, they untap it with the other key, they draw 4, that's 9. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. Good times. Okay, so for this matchup, I want the Forces of Negation. And that's probably it. And then just hope to be fast. I guess, do we want Boseiju plus Tropical Island to kill a potential thing? I'm gonna board out the basic island in that case and Cavern of Souls. So make it like not too land heavy. Bring in 3 Force of Negation, bring out Vexing Bauble, bring out 1 Thassa, and I don't know. What's the last cut? Okay. Hopefully this can stop them enough so that we can get to win. Let's Thoughtseize. They kept 7 though. That's scary. We'll get rid of this Karn here, I think. I wonder what they name with the Pithing Needle. They probably name Wasteland because I just went basic island go. Long time is passing, which means I think they're probably looking up my results here on NTG Goldfish. Okay, maybe not. They named Psychic Frog. Dark Ritual? No. Okay. I'm gonna brainstorm. Oops. Hopefully get rid of, like, replace these lands with something good. Let's get rid of Undercity Sewers and Boseiju, I guess. And then I'll Thoughtseize them again. And probably put Doomsday on the stack next turn and hope that's going to be good enough. Okay, they just have 2 keys. I guess I'll take the better of those 2 keys. There's Xerxes Saga. 2 mana, what's this? 2 mana to cast a key and another key. Okay, so their hand is 2 Ancient Tombs. This must be beatable. We must beat this. Edge of Autumn is nice, but ultimately not, like, decisive here, I think. So like, if we had access to 1 mana, we could do the whole consider blah 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 thing, but I think I'm just gonna, like, consider a deep analysis away right now and win, but we can't do that. So I'm just gonna do some things here. But with the Force of Will, like, this is not like one of those Raffle Stomp decks that gets to do things uncounterably. I guess like if they draw Vexing Bauble, my force is off, but then that's their hand is still 2 Ancient Tombs. I guess I could also do the Spoils of the Vault here. Maybe that's better. Yeah, let's do that. And we can make the top card Daze then for extra protection. So we'll draw Spoils, we'll cycle Edge, draw Daze, and then we'll Spoils. So Spoils is the top card, so even if they have a second Pithing Needle and the name's Edge of Autumn, oh, and we know their hand. Excelente. Alright, I guess I will do the thing I set out to do. Hang on. Let's float black instead. Cast Spoils. And I'll just resubmit here. Okay, we have a force and we have Doomsday. I think I have to... Opponent mulligan to 5. I guess that's good for us. I'm just gonna... No, I guess I'll let them have Grim Monolith. And they are passing. Dark Ritual. I feel like I've been saying Dark Ritual quite a few times this league. Okay. There's a Workshop. They have 6 mana right now. So they can go Vexing Bauble and then the thing they don't want countered. But I have double force. Karn, the Great Creator. I will Force of Negation you. And then I'll fetch Undercity Sewers. Hey! Dark Ritual. I was just talking about you. Alright, I will just put Doomsday on the stack and pass the turn. They are showing Disruptor Flute mana. Oh, I guess they're not, right? That only taps for 1 right now. Okay, so let's cast a Consider and consider away a Street Wraith. Draw Edge of Autumn. Another Edge of Autumn. So this plays around Vexing Bauble. It doesn't play around Vexing Bauble plus something I must counter. Let's put the Street Wraith second from top, and then we'll draw Consider. I mean, we did get a pretty good hand, and they mulliganed to 5 here in game 3, so them's the breaks. This handily also plays around Mindbreak Trap. Okay, they concede. Sweet. 2 and 2. I'll be back with round number 5. All right, on the play for the final round. Let's see if we can rescue ourselves from the ignominy of a negative record from some pretty foul plays earlier on. I'm going to keep this first showing of Vexing Bauble for me in the league. So let's hope that it pays off. And I am going to fetch Underground Sea because I want to be able to put Doomsday on the stack eventually. Alright, let's go. That just resolved, no pause, no nothing. I have no idea if it's going to be any good. Mountain is not... Like, if it's Moonstompy, maybe they have like Chromox or something. And Vexing Bauble is messing them up like that. We can hope so. Okay, there's a Consider. I think I'm going to cycle a Street Wraith here. And then probably cast Brainstorm. Okay, so that's a Thoughtseize. I kind of dig that. I really hope to hit a land here, because I would like to cast Thoughtseize, but I would also like to hit a land and make my land drop here. If this is Painter, then this probably gets Red Blasted. Okay, well, that was a land, but not one that did what I wanted to. Force of Will. I mean, I could keep Force of Will in hand, because then I at a pinch I can like draw a card with Vexing Bauble. So I guess let's put back Thoughtseize and Consider, and we will mill the Consider, or will we? Yeah, let's mill this. Reckless Impulse. Okay, so this is Ruby Storm. I guess I let that resolve. Bonus round and Rite of Flame happened here, so I think we probably crack our Bauble and Force of Will. So if that's the case, Personal Tutor first, and we get Doomsday, and then we pass. And it would be awesome if they didn't have another land drop, and so like cast Rite of Flame and then tap out for bonus round. I guess they wouldn't do that. Okay, there's the Rite of Flame. Yep, that resolves. Seething Song. Okay, so I think if I let this resolve, then we're in trouble. They made their land drop. If they have another Rite of Flame, yeah, I think this is what I counter. Draw the Doomsday, and then we Force of Will, pitch Brainstorm, and hope that we don't die. But now, like, the Bauble's gone, so if they have LED and Echo, okay, sweet. They're passing. Any mana source gives me the same turn win here. Yay, we got there. Okay, cool. Okay, so we Edge of Autumn into Brainstorm. We do the normal Brainstorm, Consider, LED, Cycler, Thassa pile. Let's try this. So Thassa on the bottom, and then we just need Brainstorm on the top, and the rest is inconsequential. Sack the Sewers with Edge, draw Brainstorm that we cast, and we put back Thoughtseize and Consider on top. Lay out LED, cycle the second edge, sack LED for blue, draw Consider, cast Consider, mill Thoughtseize, and draw the Thassa, and that's going to be good enough. Alright, opponent concedes. So the Forces of Negation seem good. The extra Juresis seem good. Not sure about Vexing Bauble. I don't know, honestly, what it did there, if it did anything. Like, once it was gone, we forced the Seething Song. They didn't, like, dump out zeros. That doesn't mean they didn't have any, but that is worth noting. They are likely an Echo of Eon's deck, but not certainly, so I'm not sure about, like, if Grafdigger's Cage comes in. But I do want these 5 cards. I think I actually board out the Vexing Bauble. And we can board out a copy of Thassa. And we can board out a Cabal Writ. And I don't hate Personal Tutor here, I have to say. Maybe we board out one of the Cyclers, like one Edge of Autumn, and the other Cabrit. And then we're sort of combo control. This is a keeper. Force of Will and Doomsday. Opponent mulligans to 6. We can easily lose. Legacy combo decks are quite powerful, but if this is defense grid, yeah. I think I try and race them here. I have the Doomsday. They have 4 cards right now. Ponder is good. So if Ponder finds me a Dark Ritual, or like a sequence of Cycler plus Petal, for instance. Oops, what's this? Do we think this is going to be good enough? A discard spell next turn? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna shuffle. Spoils of the Vault. Well, we learned the hard way that that's kind of risky to play. I mean, like with only one Thassa in the deck. All right, can they win with the 4 cards here? Reckless Impulse. Guessing this means the next turn is go time. Yeah. Dark Ritual. Thoughtseize. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Brainstorm here. And where does this leave us? Let's get rid of an island, and I guess the force of will. So I am going to Thoughtseize here, and I think Thoughtseize is better than Duress marginally because like they have Ral, and they might have Bergie. Okay, so next turn, I think we take the Seething Song here. That's the one that nets a lot of mana. I think I play out the pedal. I don't think it matters. So a Dark Ritual is still the same turn win because we have Spoils of the Vault. But let's see if we even get there. Okay, so they play out their mountain and they cast Ral. Can they do anything else? They can cast Manamorphose or just the second Ren's Resolve. They won the flip. I can't remember this. When you cast flip, if you lose, deals damage. If you win, you may flip him. So they flipped him. Okay. So they are about to have 2 unknown cards in hand. And they plus Ral. They exile. Ooh. This is a lot of mana, so if they have business in their hand, they get to just do everything here. But they're passing, it looks like. Okay. Street Wraith. Okay, so that's a win, right? Yeah. No problem. So we Street Wraith into Brainstorm, basically do the same pile as before. Consider LED, Thassa, and a Cycler. Yeah. And just as before, Thassa on the bottom, Brainstorm on top. The other 3 don't matter. Put back Spoils and Consider. And make blue. Cast Consider and put Spoils of the Vault into the graveyard, draw Thassa, and that's the league. Alright, cool. So we rebounded. 3-2 record. I made some pretty horrendous play mistakes in this league. So yeah, what do we think? I kind of like the setup versus tempo here. I also like having the Force of Negations for other combo decks and the Mystic Forge deck, even though they are a Vexing Bauble deck. Spoils of the Vault, I completely misplayed, and it cost me the game when I exiled my own Thassa's the only Thassa's Oracle, which I had just put back from a Brainstorm. So that was obviously not on Spoils of the Vault, but on me. But I don't think it really came up where Spoils was clutch here. I'm definitely up for playing it some more. Like it is pretty insane as like an instant speed tutor for 1 black mana with some risk and deck building constraints involved. Like if what you're tutoring for is not a 4 of, then it's pretty risky, you know. So it kind of incentivizes you to build your deck with 4 ofs of the stuff that you would want. But I think it's a pretty well designed card. It doesn't at all feel like too powerful, but it feels almost good enough. That kind of thing. I don't know. I still don't really like the Vexing Bauble. But that's probably just me. Like I'm not gonna pretend like it's not a good card. It's obviously a very powerful and relevant legacy card, but there's just something about the tension of playing all these zeros that this doesn't play well with. And, you know, like, can you ever play this out on turn one on the play if you don't know what your opponent is doing and you have a force of will, for instance? I guess you just wouldn't play it out. Um, and then what's it doing in your hand? I don't know. It's an interesting card. There's some tension in the deck building. I think there are other decks that utilize it obviously like way better. Like the Mystic Forge Karn deck is probably the prime example, but I can imagine there are others where it's very good. I understand why like Stompy decks are interested in this because you play this out on turn one, and it's like a chalice for Daze and Force. So it's not like it's not a lock piece, even though it's not a chalice for one. And then it just means that your next big thing is going to resolve, and then the game is likely over, like the Triton Sphere or the Blood Moon. Um, yeah, I mean, I hope you like this league. If you want to support the channel, you know, there you can become a member if you want to do so, sort of to support the channel and how it's run. If you don't want to do that, it's also completely fine. Please, you know, do the YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. It really helps. It really makes it worthwhile for me to do these videos. And I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye bye.